Hello, I'm Ann Morgan, 100 Plus Women Who Care of Northern Door County co-founder and board member. Welcome to our presentation for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Door County. This is for our April 26th Giving Circle. Thank you for joining us virtually. We are looking forward to live presentations starting in July if all goes well. But for now, I'll be the host for this short presentation and ask the questions for the 5-minute Q&A. I'd like to welcome 100 Plus member Lori Vorpahl, who will be presenting on behalf of her nomination, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Door County, and also welcome Patty O'Rourke, who is the Door County coordinator for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Door County. With that, I'll turn it over to Lori.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Vorpahl. I am a big sister in the Big Brother Big Sister program. And as a matter of fact, this summer is my 4-year anniversary, being a big to the most precious little in the world. Just saying. This is the most amazing organization because what they do is they match us up one-on-one with a precious child. So we have big brothers with little boys and big sisters with little girls. And we are a one-on-one mentor for the child for indefinite amount of time until they're seniors in high school, or like in my case, it'll probably go on forever because we've become so close. So what do we really do? I would say, first of all, we are a real positive adult mentor in the child's life. We are that really important person that a lot of children are missing today because the families are broken up. There's divorces, or they're living in different areas or not around their grandparents. So for me, I was raised with grandparents and cousins and aunts and uncles, but now today the families are so fragmented that these children are growing up without solid adult mentors. And that's what Big Brother Big Sister is. It's the most amazing program. So we try to help the child grow as they're maturing and find their most create positive impact in their life to help them reach their full potential. And that's what we're really all about. So I became a big sister 4 years ago. And when I first heard about this program, I thought, oh my goodness, why would I not do this? And I met with Patty O'Rourke, who is the director for the Door County chapter underneath Big Brother Big Sister. And she met with me and did some interviewing. And then she figured out the perfect child for me, which I don't even still know how she did such a great job. And we were she was in second grade. So we met that first day. And so the first year I did what was called a site-based big sister. And what that means is I would go to her school. She happened to go to Southern Door. And I would go to the school, and we had a special room where we could spend time doing games and art and just playing and doing different things. So we began to develop a relationship, and a relationship of trust, which is so important. And that's what a positive adult mentor is about. So over time, she began to get more and more comfortable talking to me, telling me things. And then I transitioned to what is called a community-based big sister, which they go through background checks and they get you all checked out, and you meet the family, and they give you permission then to pick up the child and take them to outings out in the community. And that has just been amazing. I look forward to seeing her all the time. We get to do the most fun things, but one of the biggest things I think we do is we volunteer all through the community. Because I love volunteering so much, I want my little to grow up the same way, loving volunteering. So starting with a shy little girl in second grade, she has grown and developed into this beautiful young girl in 5th grade now. And she loves to volunteer. She's starting to have more confidence. She's saying hello when she meets people instead of looking down at the ground in shyness. She talks to me, tells me about things that she experiences at school or in the community or friends are experiencing. And as we go places, I just listen, and I try to be the big sister and give the good, healthy advice with not overstepping my boundary with her. But oh my goodness, I can't even tell you, we have so much fun. As we ride around, sometimes we're doing math, but we're making it fun. We're talking about dog years, 7 times whatever, because that's how old you are in dog years. Or we are going to a wonderful event that's been organized by Big Brother Big Sister to paint board and brush. We just did that a couple weeks ago in Green Bay. Or we go to a volunteer activity where we donate our time. And she loves it so much that she'll ask me, when are we going to volunteer again? So I think that's just one example of just some of the things that we've been able to do together. But I think the most important thing is to help encourage this little girl to become the best that she can be and be a contributing member in the community as she's growing up. And I'm just watching her grow and develop, and it's just such a blessing. And I'd say on the side of the big, being a big, what do I get out of it? First of all, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how much I love it. I get to see the world differently through a child's eyes. And it's such a wonderful thing to see, and also to realize what they're exposed to today, and the bullying that happens in school, and the mean things on social media or TikTok or whatever's happening out there, things that their friends are experiencing. So I think it's most important for us. We're completely fulfilled as bigs, and we get to see the world through their eyes. We get to be somebody's big sister or big brother. And I just can't even, I could talk for 10 hours, but I know my time's up. I just want to tell you that it's the most amazing organization. So I thank you for your support of Big Brother, Big Sister.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Lori. And now we'll move on to the Q&A session with Patty. So the first question, Patty, how would you spend the award money?
Well, when we started the program, and I can tell you that I was hired in August of 2012. So I'm going to be having my 9-year anniversary with the agency coming up this August. We started in Southern Door, and we started in a site-based program at Southern Door schools, but that has expanded. And we now have matches that meet all over the county. And the money that we would receive would be helping us to expand even more with recruitment efforts and with training efforts for those bigs in the northern part of the county in particular. I can say that we have successfully made matches for children in all 5 school districts, including Washington Island. And so it's very important that we continue that process of recruitment and for training. And with COVID, we anticipate that we'll have a lot of referrals for children, and we will be needing more mentors, and we'll need more specialized training in some issues. So that's what we plan to do. One of the things we'd like to do in particular, we have always done a big breakfast, we call it, an outreach to the community to provide information about our program. It's always been in Sturgeon Bay. And this next year, we're hoping to do one in Northern Door. We have an advisory council member who is a business owner in Ephraim, and she is offering her space to do this big breakfast. So that will be an expenditure for us as well, but one that we really need to do, and we'll reap a lot from it, I'm sure.
Okay, all right, that's wonderful. Can you tell us more about the transportation needed to support participation? I know that was something I read somewhere along the line, that you provide transportation for some of the littles.
If we do a match activity, as we call them, where we're providing some kind of activity for all of our matches, then there is the transportation issue from one end of the county to the other. We are spread out quite a ways. So depending on where the activity is, there would be expenditures for buses to take them to something. And I have done this in the past where we've had activities in Brown County. We have taken busloads of kids to Green Bay for activities. So there is that transportation issue. Otherwise, our bigs, our wonderful volunteers, provide the transportation for their individual outings or adventures that they have.
Okay, all right, very good. You touched on this, I guess, a little bit already, but I'd like to ask you how COVID-19 has affected your organization.
Oh, well, we have 2 aspects of our program, as Lori mentioned, the site-based programs that meet during the school year at the schools. And this is probably where we've been affected the most, because for a long time, and still in some schools, we're not able to have those mentors meet with their littles. So we have had to get creative, think outside the box, and figure out how to keep these matches together virtually. During the summer months, our site-based matches always write letters to each other. That's the way we kept them connected in the past. So we expanded on that, and we've done a lot more letter writing and card making and virtual meetings between bigs and littles. And in the site-based program, I have to facilitate all of those because site-based is a more enclosed type of match. When they get to the community-based match and they're able to do things on their own, then we've had to spend a lot of time advising our bigs on how to continue meeting. And it depends on the comfort level of the big, the little, and the parents or guardians of the littles. So a lot of communication and a lot of switching gears on how we do business and how we make matches. I've been able to make matches virtually, and I was telling you earlier that we always take photos of the matches at their very first meeting. You'll see Lori and Callie is the one in the flower up in the corner of my background. That was their first day together. And I had to figure out how to do screenshots in order to take these photos of them at their first meeting, which happened to be virtual. We're hopeful that we're, seeing light at the end of the pandemic tunnel, and we'll get back to a normal way of making our matches and keeping them together.
Okay, well, great. With that, our 5 minutes is up already. So I want to thank you again, both Lori and Patty, for your time in support of the 100+ Women Who Care Giving Circle. And thank you to all you members who are watching and for your support of the 100+ Women Who Care in our Door County community. And don't forget to place your vote for your nonprofit, and be sure to join us online for our virtual meeting on April 26th. Thank you.